Okay guys, so we recently had some good coronavirus news coming from Kodak, and no, not Kodak Black, the rapper from Florida. We're talking about Kodak as in the photographic film company. Now, what does a camera company have to do with the Rona, and what news can have possibly come out? So basically, Kodak has had a long history of manufacturing chemicals used in photographic film. However, they have plans to support America's self-sufficiency in producing pharmaceutical ingredients needed for essential medication to keep Americans safe. Now, because of this shift in their company, they have pretty much secured the bag by receiving a $765 million federal loan in order to accomplish this mission. This has led Kodak stock to move about 400% in just 2 days, with an even higher uptrend in the after hours. Now, of course, the topic of this video is whether or not Kodak stock is a buy right now or whether it's a good option. But just like any other stock, I will provide my technical analysis. Now, typically when a stock runs straight up, they eventually have a pullback. And as you can see, after Kodak had its major run on the 28th, after 15 minutes into the market open, it had a 36% drop. So yeah, you definitely got to be careful. So if you were chasing, then you immediately would have lost heavily, which is why when it comes to trading, you always want to have a plan, because when it comes to trading, many individuals think of the reward but rarely factor in the risk. And guys, risk management is really what counts. Now, as a trader, I like only entering a trade when opportunity presents itself, meaning regardless of Kodak continue running up, I will wait for the pullback, then wait for confirmation of another uptrend and sell at a resistance or once a sell-off is validated. For example, on the 28th, if we just kind of zoom in real quick, we can see that once Kodak was selling off, in the middle of the day, it did have some consolidation. It was moving sideways. So let's just go ahead and kind of zoom in over here. So we could see that, it was past above the SMA or EMA line over here. It was kind of bouncing above it, started falling below, and this is what I mean when it had consolidated. It was moving sideways. However, if you would have entered over here when this big candle started breaking heavily above the EMA line, you could have entered a position and you could have rolled it maybe up to all the way over here, which would be about a 7.5% gain. And you could see that this is really just right below the middle VWAP purple line over here. And if we zoom out, we could also see that that was pretty much the support for the day earlier, which became a resistance at that point. So before you guys kind of get confused, let me draw a line, because sometimes when I kind of explain these things, you guys might not be able to see it. So let's go ahead and just draw it right over here. So we could see that it did, once it broke above the EMA line, it did have a little uptrend. It started falling down, but however, it still hovered above the EMA line. Started getting closer to the VWAP, which could have provided a resistance. But also, we could see that earlier in the day, when it first opened, it did bounce off the support and then went up and then sold off. So we could see that, also, became an area of resistance over here. So if it was a support over here, a resistance over here, then why not be in a resistance over here? So you could have locked in your profits and, made your little 8%. Well, not really little, because 8% is pretty nice, but 8% in just 20 minutes, right? Now, what are the plans for tomorrow, right? So, or any other day, really, essentially, for Kodak, right? But just just like any other day, I'm gonna treat it just the same. I'm gonna look for areas of opportunity to enter and exit, because as a trader, I'm not holding things long term. I'm not holding things overnight. Because that's not what traders do. We just take advantage of the volatility, and definitely right now Kodak is providing a lot of volatility. I mean, if you're someone who's interested in shorting stocks, I mean, at this area right here, that was like a 35%. So that was a 35% drop. So that would have been amazing. Now, if you guys are asking whether or not Kodak is a good opportunity for a long-term investment, something that I've seen is that when things just have this much of a high uptrend, it's not guaranteed that it's just going to continue going up. And we have seen that from previous examples with Nikola. It had a lot of hype in the recent months, and then eventually just started selling off so heavily. You could see that it's just like literally a 42% drop in the last couple of weeks. However, with Kodak being even more volatile, making 40% drops in a day, I'm just not comfortable with investing. However, if you're someone that's like interested in long-term investing, then again, you always just got to remember to never invest more than what you're willing to lose. That's just always my motto whenever it came to long-term investments in my portfolio. And just try to diversify, never go in all in one stock, and that's pretty much it. What I really had to say for as far as Kodak, really, just look at your levels, manage your risk, get in and get out, because this stock definitely provides a lot of opportunities for traders. Now, if you guys really like this video, video, then go ahead and make sure to hit that like button. It really does help with the YouTube algorithm. And also consider subscribing to the channel, because I do drop videos like this once in a while, and I also drop just a ton of tips and strategies for how to trade in the stock market often on this channel. So yeah, definitely make sure to do that. Also, if you haven't done so already, make sure to look out for the link in the description below to join our free Facebook group, the Push and Profit Facebook group. It's a community that we're building of individuals who are interested in trading in the stock market. So if that fits your category, that's something that might suit you, then definitely consider joining our group. It's free, like I said, and why not just learn from a community of others. And I do post my videos regularly on there as well. So with that being said, guys, again, my name is Justin Fernio from Push and Profit. I hope everyone's having a beautiful day, and I'm out. Peace.